Hey everyone, it's Hatster here, and today I am going to try to talk about my sexuality. And this video is unscripted, which means that it comes from my good old beating heart in my chest. So I am not sure what I'm going to say, and I'm not sure what you're expecting from this video, and I don't know whether they'll match up, so we'll see how things go. Also, I'm having a bit of a creative block, and as I haven't really touched on my sexuality on YouTube before, I thought now, as I feel more accepting of it and more confident in talking about it, that would be an appropriate time to do so. So, time to spin on this chair and fail. I guess I should move back. I don't know why I do that in my videos. So, yeah, sexuality, along with gender identity, gender expression, all that kind of stuff, is really important, but at the same time, it's not that important in the way that it's important as part of your identity as it makes you who you are and makes you unique in a way, but it shouldn't be a defining factor in friendships, for example, and it's not what makes it's not exclusively what makes you you, because you've also got your personality and other factors and the way you do life, I guess, which may partly be contributed to those sexuality and gender and things, but not completely. So yeah, and that's because of that. It means that it shouldn't really be that big of a deal. But because of the way we're sort of brought up in a cisnormative, no, I don't know that word, cisgendered heteronormative, I don't even know if that's the right phrase, society, which basically means that we are brought up assuming everyone's straight and everyone is the gender they are assigned with at birth, if that makes sense. So that's sort of changing, that view sort of changing in a way, but a lot of people, that is still how they make assumptions, which assumption, I think, I don't know, people, I don't think we're ever going to live in a society where people don't make assumptions, and sometimes you sort of have to, but hopefully things will change so future generations are more accepting of more than a certain thing. Yeah. So you came to this video hoping to hear about what my sexuality was, or is, should I say. And you're in luck because I don't know what it is. Imagine if I just did that in the video. You're like 2.5 minutes in to find out that I'm just making this video and you don't know what it is, and you still don't know what it is. But I do know what it is at the moment, and that is, drum roll, dum dum dum. At the moment, I identify as pansexual, which means that I'm attracted to people regardless of their gender, which, yeah. And it's, in a way, it's a bit similar to bisexuality, but bisexuality is more referring to two genders, and because I'm personally identify as also, sorry, as non-binary, it that would mean that I could be attracted to like non-binary people, and to like women, I guess, or to like men and trans people, and it just feels like pansexuality fits more for me, and yeah. And I think it's one of those things where I've sort of known my whole life, or since I've like 5 or 6, but not really understood it or wanted to accept it because of the way society was at the time, where it was like, well, first of all, until I was like 15 or 16, um, people of the same sex couldn't get married, so it was sort of illegal anyway to be in that sort of relationship, I guess. But yeah, so as that's sort of more changed now, and because of the good old likes of the internet and places like YouTube, and special, I guess, shout out to Ashley Mardell. I'll put her links in the description because the channel's great and talks a lot about like LGBT and that kind of stuff. If you're interested in that kind of thing, that I've discovered about pansexuality, I guess, and also about being non-binary, I think, as well, from Ashley's channel. And yeah, because otherwise I think I was really confused and sort of didn't know who I was in a way. Yeah, if that makes sense. But now I feel more content with referring to myself as pansexual. There's also demisexual, which means that it's like on a different spectrum of like asexuality, which means not really attracted to anyone, to, that's a bad definition, to sexuality. And demisexuality is sort of where you don't feel sexually attracted to people until you develop a deep like emotional connection with them, I guess. And I feel like that sort of applies to me, but I'm not entirely sure because I don't know whether it's more of a lack of confidence or self-esteem thing, but because I haven't really been in many relationships, or any, have I ever been in a relationship? I don't know. That whether that is actually applies to me, sort of thing. Yeah, I think that's enough about my actual sexuality, and I hope I sort of explained it a bit better. And I'm sorry as well if you're my friend and I haven't, and you're watching this and I haven't told you in person, because it's nothing against you. Don't worry. It's one of those things that's not really come up in conversation, and is it because it doesn't really matter anyway? Because I'm still me. I'm still Harriet Hatster, whatever you want to call me. Then it's not anything. It's not a big deal, really. Yeah. And please accept me and don't hate me for not telling you. Uh, something else I was going to say. And if you're watching this and you're confused about your sexuality or gender or anything like that, it's it's okay to be confused, because I was for quite a while. And don't feel like you have to use words to define what love is to you, because there's over 7 billion people in the world, and we all view love in a slightly different way, which makes us all crazy awesome people. Otherwise, if everyone viewed love in exactly the same way, this planet would be pretty boring, I think. And yeah, and also sexuality can be a bit fluid in a way, like you may feel, I guess that's more applies to, for me, with the like asexuality sexuality spectrum, in that feeling sometimes you might not feel like you're attracted to anyone and sometimes you do, and that's also totally fine. And it shouldn't mean that people treat it shouldn't, yeah, shouldn't, you are you, and that's, you can't change who you are at the end of the day, and you shouldn't feel because of the way society is or anything that you are judged for who you are, because you're, like I said, you're all crazy awesome people, and it's okay to be you at the end of the day. And I hope you do, if you are trying to figure out who you are, that you one day figure out who you are and learn to accept who you are, because it took me a while to accept who I am. And now that I do a lot more, I feel a lot more confident in being me and being able to not have this worry in my head. And I guess in a way, making this video sort of a weight off my shoulders, maybe, because my sexuality is now out there in the whole wide world. Anyone in the world can watch this video. Yay! I bet I've not said anything offensive, because that'll be bad. Yeah. Love can be great, although I'm still single, like a Pringle, ready to mingle. Yeah. I hope you are all doing well and enjoying life and stuff. And if there's anything else you wanted me to talk about related to, say, like LGBT plus issues or anything like that, I'd be happy to hear what you have to say, and maybe I'll make a video on that one day, because I'm quite passionate about that kind of stuff. And might turn my YouTube into more focused on that kind of thing if I've still got creative blocks, because I feel like LGP, I can't pronounce it, or LGBT plus issues are quite, what's the word, hot. As in, like, it's a big thing to talk about at the moment, like a big discussion, and I'd happily be part of that discussion because I am part of that community, I guess, even if I don't feel like I've accepted myself within that community. I've accepted myself, but not within that sort of community at the moment, and I hope to soon. Yeah. So thank you for watching this video. I hope I shedded a bit of light on my sexuality, and I hope that you are happy with who you are. And yeah, this turned out to be a decent video in the end. I think I'm gonna just keep it without editing it because ain't nobody got time for that editing. I shall see you in the next video that I make. Take care. I've been Hatster, you've been you. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye!